Hi friends, we are all hearing and seeing about the protest that is happening in the Noida industrial area. Let us understand what is the reason behind this protest and how the government is solving the issue. We all have heard about the recent violence and protest by domestic workers in Noida's industrial clusters. Noida, even though belonging to the state of UP, is actually a part of the National Capital Region. What is National Capital Region? It is a multi-state metropolitan planning area centered on Delhi. It spans the entire Delhi area plus surrounding districts in Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan. This is the National Capital Region. This is the Haryana region, this is the UP region, and this is the Rajasthan region. The particular Noida that we are discussing to is belonging to the Gautam Buddha Nagar area or district of Uttar Pradesh. It was created in 1985. This NCR was created to address rapid urbanization pressures around Delhi and to ensure balanced regional growth. But why are we describing the geography to explain the protest? It is because the minimum wages in India are primarily decided and revised by individual state governments. And each of the states that form the NCR has different minimum wages. So despite being a part of the broader NCR, workers are paid differently in different places of NCR. This encourages comparison between workers. For example, when the protest happened to increase the wages in Manesar, Haryana, the government raised the minimum wages by 35% in Haryana. This disparity in wages suddenly resulted as protest in Noida, Uttar Pradesh, to increase the minimum wage there also. The Uttar Pradesh government has now announced an interim wage increase of 21% in Noida and Ghaziabad. But in other areas of Uttar Pradesh, the increase is not as much. In addition to the wage disparity existing in different parts of NCR, another reason for protest was one, the increasing cost of living, and two, the wages that lag the inflation rise. Deeper structural problem exists. Let's hear a story. Factories need floor workers to keep their production humming. They post these job openings publicly. Contractors grab the chance to supply labor, and these contractors recruit migrants from rural areas, often desperate folks fleeing poverty and joblessness. Factories hand over the payments to these workers, not directly but to the contractors. These contractors on their part do not pay the full wages to these workers. They pocket the difference because there is weak oversight from the government. Workers, mostly low literacy migrants, rarely understand their rights like minimum wage, formal contracts and such. So exploitation follows. No formal contract, no social security, and ignored basics like timely pay or welfare. We have details we have discussed in detail about such vulnerabilities in one of our previous videos of periodic labor force surveys annual report. You can watch that. In short, the structure of employment in India remains dominated by the forms of work that are typically informal and insecure. This is primarily because India is not creating enough jobs for its rising workforce. Government is also a culprit in the case of violence and protest by the workers that happened in Noida, because revisions in minimum wages that is meant to be periodic and predictable have often been delayed, turning them into reactive measures rather than instruments of stability. The four labor codes aim to remove this problem, specifically the Code on Wages. The Code on Wages says that a statutory national floor wage will ensure fair remuneration, and the government should revise this minimum rate of wage at an interval not exceeding 5 years. That is, every 5 years they should revise this minimum wage. But despite the four codes becoming law, many states have not notified their specific rules yet. That is, they are delaying the benefits to the workers. While no one justifies the violence that erupted in Noida, simply blaming the workers misses the mark. We must dig into these deep-rooted issues of exploitation and weak enforcement to truly prevent such future flare-ups. Thank you.